Making millions in a crypto bull run is actually easier than most people think. If you just ignore every piece of watered down investment advice that you've ever gotten and just focus on this one strategy in 2024, you'd be amazed at how quickly the profits start rolling on in. Here's the part where the creator hooks you by not telling you right away what the strategy is. But not today, Junior. The strategy is simple. Follow the narrative. In my latest intel report, we look at 3 of the top crypto narratives this cycle and identify 3 tokens in each sector that can easily be a part of your next $1 million crypto portfolio. It's mission time. Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. We are at GIA headquarters, the gaming intelligence agency, always bringing you the latest and the greatest. Now today, we're talking about narratives. Now you think, okay, Stash, I've heard that before, follow the narrative, but it's actually a pretty big deal, and this cycle is no different. We've had narratives every cycle where multi-millionaires were made overnight because they followed these narratives. So today we're gonna actually take a look at 3 of those big narratives for this cycle here in 2024, 2025, and we're gonna take a look at 3 projects in each one of those sectors that could be really big. I try to really diversify here and pick some of my favorite projects, some bigger ones, some smaller cap ones. So hopefully you guys find something that you can add to your portfolio for that next big win. Let's dive right into it. We're going to talk about 3 different sectors. Like I said, we're going to look at gaming today. We're going to be looking at DePIN, and we're going to be looking at AI. Let's go take a little bit look at this intel report here and see what all that means. All right. So AI, I'm not gonna skip AI. We don't even need that. AI, we know what that is. Artificial intelligence. You know what's going on there. AI plus crypto, it's great, right? DePIN. DePIN stands for decentralized physical infrastructure. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like little devices. Okay, yeah. These are like devices or physical things that you can use out in the wild that are going to somehow be connected to a crypto network, a decentralized network. That is providing some sort of infrastructure. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Gaming, we know all about gaming, man. That's the big one. We love gaming. Big narrative. Let's go. Look, let's jump into these, and we're going to start with gaming. My favorite, I think one of the biggest narratives for this cycle. In addition to the other 2, I think they're going to be huge combinations here, and you'll see a lot of crossover. Let's go jump into the very first game we want to feature today. Okay, when we talk about the gaming narrative, first up is Wilder World. This is a metaverse style game that has been in creation for quite some time here. They're looking to create one of the most photorealistic, high detailed, and most immersive metaverses out there. And you say, Stash, the metaverse play, it's over, man. That was last year's narrative. You're right. It was 100%. But gaming is definitely going to be the narrative this cycle. While the hype around metaverse has died, what Wilder World is doing has not. They have put out some massive new updates here recently, a bunch of new maps, new cars. They've done all kinds of really good updates here, including some big ones where we've just seen some new footage from their shooter where you get to see, okay, this is what it's going to be outside of getting in the car. Because right now, Wilder World, all just focused on the racing element, but that's going to be a small part of what Wilder World is all about. And the new shooting elements definitely, show that. They showcase that, which I really love. Now, the interesting thing too is that these guys, they already did like some big events, man. You can see here's some friends here playing at the latest Wilder World arcade event that was in Austin. We're gonna blow this bad boy up. Let's go. Well, we got Doug there playing against some other mustachioed gentlemen who I do not know. But they do a really good job with getting out there and promoting their token and promoting their game in general. The Wild token has been doing pretty good, and I think right now is a good time to be taking a look at Wilder World with all the big updates. We know that their mainnet launch is coming soon as well. Very bullish on what the team is doing here, consistently producing high quality results. And that just can't be duplicated, especially when they've been doing it the entire bear market. All right, next up is Off the Grid. This is an extraction battle royale game that is in development right now. And this is going to be one of the top games, not only in crypto, but I can guarantee you in traditional gaming, when this game drops later this year, it is going to make a huge splash. I'm NDA'd right now. I can't get into all the gameplay that I've been playing here in the early access testing, but man, this game is intense and it is top tier. It is going to blow away anything that you've seen in crypto thus far, and I think it is going to compete with the likes of Apex Legends and with Call of Duty Warzone. Something that to keep on your radar. They do have a whole ecosystem with the guns token and the guns ecosystem. Right now it is all in testnet, but we do know that the token is coming soon, as well as nodes, and then the launch of the game later this year. It's in early testing, and if you want to get in on the playtest, there is a brand new Pioneers program that they have, and you can jump in there and start testing it early before it hits PlayStation and Xbox here later this year. I can guarantee that the ecosystem they're building here along with this game are going to be absolutely tops. I've played it, I've jumped in, I've used the blockchain aspects, and they're so seamless that you're having so much fun that you're not even going to care that it's NFTs or blockchain. So look for that guns token coming here soon. Not out yet like the wild token, but guns coming soon. Okay, and rounding out our 3 games for the gaming narrative is Last Remains. This is a zombie battle royale survival game. It combines all of the things I love into one game: zombies, survival, extraction, loot. I love this game, and I'm kind of surprised that less people are not talking about it. There's not enough people talking about this game. But basically, you're jumping into this game, and Battle Royale, you're playing against a bunch of other players in a survival situation where you start out, it's dark, there's zombies, you're trying to gather loot like weapons and food and drinks so you don't starve and dehydrate, and then you got to sneak around and try and get extracted while there's all these zombies around, but you're playing against other players. Game is awesome. Really have fun with this one. It's still in development, and they haven't launched their token just yet. The ZT token will be coming this year, so definitely one to keep an eye out, especially if you love zombie games. But the combination of these things is pretty unique, I've seen in gaming, and it is a lot of fun. Now, you can find NFTs during their play to airdrop, which is going on right now, or their kind of play campaign. So every couple of weeks, they have a campaign where you can jump in and start playing Last Remains. It is in early access, so you do have to wait until those testing times, but you can jump in and actually find some NFTs as you're playing. They have cool NFT characters. It's a free-to-play game. They do have premium characters you can get that give you some extra additions. They have cool skins. I mean, this game has pretty much everything I want here, and I'm telling you, my heart, nothing beats harder. My heart, nothing beats harder when I'm playing this game. It gets me beating harder than this game. I'm telling you. It's crazy. So Last Remains, I think, is one of those ones that is kind of a sleeper. A lot of people have been talking about Off the Grid. I've talked about Off the Grid a lot. A lot of people talking about Wilder World. Not a lot of people talking about Last Remains because they haven't done a big airdrop campaign with the token because the token's not out yet, and they don't have the same kind of like high level budget that you've seen with like Off the Grid, where they can get big high level people like Dr. Disrespect to stream their game. I think this is one of those sleeper games that is a ton of fun to play and is very well polished, and just needs that extra boost here. I think when we see their token drop later this year, that will do it. So make sure you guys look out for the ZT token coming soon. All right, kicking off the AI narrative here is my friends over at My Pet Hooligan. And you're saying, wait, no, Stache, that's a game. It's in the wrong narrative, Stache. You did that already. Well, look, yes, My Pet Hooligan is a game, but they're also a studio first. And so what we've seen here with AMGI Studios and My Pet Hooligan is that, yeah, they're creating this really fun game that I really enjoy playing. We've talked about it. We've played it a ton here on the channel. But they have a massive AI play behind their game with the Carrot token. The Carrot token is like their AI ecosystem token. This is going to be their platform token for all games moving forward and all services moving forward, right? So when we talk about what this company is doing, not just a game, they're also making a feature-length film. They're also working on AI characters, right? They have a really cool app that allows you to make these kind of AI cartoon characters and make them come to life. And they've done so much with that. These are ex-Disney, ex-Pixar veterans that are behind My Pet Hooligan and AMGI Studios. You get to see cool things like this, right? Where you literally have them coming out. Look at this. The AI is using the live video feed to track his expressions and then talk back to you, like use the AI to talk back to you in real time. That's crazy awesome technology, and these things are coming to new NFTs in My Pet Hooligan here pretty soon. Carrot has absolutely been on a tear since it launched. I've been calling this token for literally the last year. If you didn't hear about it and you've been watching my channel, I don't know how, but they're doing massive things here. And now recently they just launched the others. They just talked about the others. These are new NFTs. They're AI powered, LLM powered. These are going to be a lot of fun. Look, I mean, they look cool. They look fun. They got a bunch of different options for them, and you'll be able to actually talk to them. Just like you're seeing in the other video where they're talking to those characters there. These are like them, that's that technology packaged into a little NFT. So that AI technology packaged into a character NFT here. I think that Carrot is a huge AI play, and we're going to see so much more coming from the studio over the next year that it would be stupid not to be getting in now. Okay, here's a new one that I came across my desk here recently, just in this latest Intel report. It's called Ring AI. I was looking for some interesting applications for AI that have crypto embedded into them, and I thought this was actually a really interesting one. Ring AI is all about creating a voice agent for your brand, for your product, for your game, whatever it may be, right? To go and like autonomously market yourself or market your brand or whatever it may be to people without having to have someone on the actual phone. And you say, Stache, no, Stache, bad. I hate that. You're right. No one likes it. No one likes it. No one likes when there's a bunch of robocalls calling them. I get them all the time. They're like, and I'm like, hello. They're like, I go, hello, and then it starts, and they're like, excuse me, and I'm over it. I hate it too, but it's a huge industry. As much as I hate it, I understand how big it is, and Ring AI is kind of capturing a little bit of that with their voice agents, right? So you can basically create an agent here that is going to talk about your brand with somebody else in a kind of, unique conversation every time. Not just like some marketing script that's been loaded into some stupid recording message. This is like the next level of that. I hate it as well, but I think that's why it's going to be big. I honestly think that a token like this, so the Ring token is not out either, but it is coming soon. They're getting ready to launch soon. But check this out. I thought this was actually pretty interesting.
So where do you think Beam Coin is going? Like, how high?
Well, it's sitting today at around 1.7 cents. And the bull market appears to be just getting started. I think we could see Beam at 5 or even 10 cents in the near future.
Why?
What? That's crazy. So that's the AI responding to the questions there, and the conversation goes on. Very interesting project here. I think this is one of the more unique agent AIs that I've seen, and the use cases for this, it goes well beyond crypto, which is really nice. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this. They do have a global launch coming later this month, June 27th, right? So June 27th. So we're going to see a TGE here pretty soon. Interesting project to get on board with. All right, rounding out our AI narrative here. The AI narrative is agent network. What? Perfect. Agent, you say? I love this, right? But the idea behind this is actually really interesting too. So agent network is all about creating this large layer 2 solution that is focused on AI agents, right? We just talked about Ring, how you can have an AI voice agent. The idea and concept of AI agents, right? To do things for you, to represent you in certain networks or whatever it may be, in certain capacities, to transact for you autonomously, whatever it may be, AI agents are coming. They're going to be a huge part of our lifestyle. Having a layer 2 solution that is dedicated, right? Dedicated to that, like a network that maybe people can kind of use that's dedicated to AI is going to be big, right? So that's basically what Agent Network is doing here, and they provide a bunch of tools in their stack here to help with people who are building AI agents, right? So you have the Agent EX, which is kind of like your execution layer. You have the OS layer, and then you have the actual the network layer, right, which includes things like the token, the chain, and stuff like that. But they're essentially giving you agent tools to create these AI agents through a native platform, and then be able to put those into something cool like a marketplace, sell them if you want to, or use them in different ways. And so the agent token is actually coming here as well, and we're going to see that launching here as soon. Now, when you talk about, well, what's what do you do with agent? What's the big thing? Well, like the cool thing about this is like, yeah, it does the other things. Like, yeah, you can transact with it for things. Yeah, you have a node, there's staking, things like that. But think about your AI agent going out there and autonomously transacting and doing things based upon your instructions, saying, hey, go do these things. And he can go out and do those things and accomplish that stuff because you loaded him up with some agent tokens. And he's able to use those tokens to transact autonomously in different areas. This stuff is coming, man. It's going to be a huge part of our future, letting AI agents do things for us, right? And giving them some autonomy, not 100%, but enough to be able to do some of the stuff that we don't want to do. And the agent layer, I think here does a really good job of that. Now, you know, obviously you get some other things, like I said, of governance, staking. The token has a bunch of other utilities, but the main thing is being able to build these agents with their native tools, deploy them into a marketplace, and then use them in different applications, right? I love the idea of a layer 2 solution, layer 2 network, right? Built off of Ethereum that can handle and scale AI agents specifically for your applications. Like I said, they do have a node sale going on right now because, once again, the token's not out. The nodes are still just went on sale. They're fairly cheap nodes. There's only there's only 20,000 of those nodes. They're going to be available. They just kind of started on this. You're going to get tokens obviously by running that node, these premium nodes here for the ABGN, which is the agent layer's premium governance nodes, right? So, like I said, you get rewards. There's referrals. You're going to get voting rights. For all those things. Now, I think, this is really early in this token. I think that there's a lot here to unpack, but the idea of a L2 definitely is something that interests me. And I think that we're going to see more and more AI agents coming in different applications. And we could see something like a Ring using agent layer to support their AI agent, right? That would be a great application. So you're talking about infrastructure. This is one of those big infrastructure plays here. All right, switching it up to our last narrative here, which is the DePIN narrative. This may be kind of the trickier narrative here, but essentially we're looking at things that involve physical infrastructure, right? Physical things that you need to use or do to contribute to a network in some sort of way. And at the absolute top of that list is Render. Now, this token has been around for a very long time, but the idea behind this is a distributed GPU rendering network. If you guys have ever tried to render anything high end, I'm not talking about little stuff you've done in your computer, but high end rendering, it takes a massive computing power, and Render has solved that, and they've done a great job over the last few years of really becoming the go-to source for this. And this is seen time and time again in huge partnerships, like what we're seeing right now, being featured in Apple's keynote with their Octane X app, which is really cool. It allows you to unlock some of the rendering power on the M4 using their app right there through the Render network. So there's lots of great real-world applications for this, and they just made big partnerships with NVIDIA, right? Like that. There's so much going on with Render, and the use case for their network is bullish. This is one of those infrastructure plays for DePIN that is an absolute slam dunk. I'm not going to go any further than that, but definitely check out Render. This one is going places. Another one that has popped into my radar here over maybe like the last year or so is Helium. Now, when I first saw Helium, I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced about it. I didn't really see the vision, or how they were going about it was not there for me. But now we've seen here over the last year or so, they've really taken a really great approach to what they're doing in the space, right? The branding has changed, the look of it has changed, the direction, the way they've marketed themselves has changed. This looks like a traditional mobile brand to me, not some small crypto startup that is struggling, with an idea that seems good but is never going to come to fruition. Well, Helium has definitely pulled it off, right? They have a brand new phone plan that you can jump on, $20 unlimited per month. They're essentially using T-Mobile's network, right? So you're essentially getting a T-Mobile network for cheaper. Now, that comes with upgrades and downgrades. If you guys like T-Mobile or you don't, that's something to be said. But with Helium, you can get it very cheap, and that's unlimited everything. They even have cool plans that you can take on the go if you're going to go international. And then hotspots. You can actually create your own hotspot, which I thought was really cool, and build something off of that, right? $20 a month. Pay for your plan with mobile tokens, right? So that's their token here. We talk about, is that going to be something big? I mean, you guys think about this, man. Mobile phone carriers have been raking us over the coals for a long time. Helium comes along, and they're trying to do something similar to what we see with Cricket, some of these other ones, lower budget mobile carriers that are kind of helping to drive that narrative. This service doesn't need to be this expensive, right? I also do love the fact that you can build and own your own network with hotspots and allow people to use them. There's a lot going on here with Helium. And I think that, this is one of those big DePIN plays that people are going to be overlooking while they're talking about some of these other, coins that get charted a lot more. We're not going to bring them names into this conversation, but I do think Helium and what they're doing with their mobile token is actually really ingenious. I think it gives accessibility to a lot of people and can bring crypto to a lot of people as well through kind of just the exposure, the every once in a while exposure through this kind of mobile phone plan. All right, rounding out our DePIN narrative is Demo. Demo is maybe one of the most interesting and most useful pieces of decentralized infrastructure I have seen to date. This is something that the problem it solves is something I hate, and I think a lot of people do too, and didn't know there was a great solution like this, and I love to see it. Demo is a little dongle that you connect inside your car. You know when you go and take your car in for like an evaluation and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do an electronic evaluation and see what's wrong with your car. There's a little port that they connect to and the computer reads all the data and can tell you a bunch of cool things about your car. We don't get that data. I don't know why. Why can't it just be on a heads-up display right there on our screen? I don't know why. But what Demo does is it's got a little dongle that you connect to that thing and then it sends it to the app. And you can see all the information. It opens up a whole new world of your car info for you right there at your fingertips, which is really cool. So I love that application. But the network they're building too is services for the car in general, right? Services for the car in general. So that is like I think that's like kind of the in, right? That little device is like the in, which I love. You can get tons of people using that little Demo device to be able to get all the data they want from their car and utilize it in a way that makes sense, right? In a way that makes sense. That data is important. I want to own that data. I don't want that data just sitting out there, man. Think about how powerful and how lucrative that data actually could be. So I love that Demo is kind of helping you with that and with that data and with their Demo token too that they're gonna be launching. Now the cool thing about this is that they were even just featured in Hacker Noon. Now, I don't know why they don't really show the device very much on the website, but it's the one right there in the middle. It's that one right there. So it's like a little dongle that you pop in there, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, just on Hacker Noon. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Get more stats about your car. Now, quick little honorable mention is the BitBoy. No, not that influencer that everyone hates, but this is a brand new decentralized physical Game Boy style device that has a built-in Bitcoin wallet and allows you to play like some of their like little on-chain ordinal games through this device. The Genesis one is sold out, but the Chapter 1 pre-order is available. I thought this was pretty interesting. I didn't really look much into this, to be perfectly honest, but I came across it, thought it was fun. They do have some kind of ordinal tiny little games you could run on there. Nothing crazy. But retro gaming, I love it. All right, there we go, agents. 3 major narratives in AI, gaming, and DePIN that are going to be huge in this crypto bull run. And then 3 projects in each that I think have really big potential that you guys should be doing some research on, checking out, and possibly adding to your portfolio if it makes sense. This is going to be a big bull run, and now is a great time to be getting in on most of these projects, as even the top narratives, they are down right now. Along with Bitcoin, we've seen a little bit of a pullback. This is a great time to be looking at an entry into some of these big narrative coins that you don't have any exposure to. Well, I would like to hear what you guys have to think about these 3 narratives. Are they going to be the hottest narratives? Is something bigger? Let me know in the comments below what you think about coins you're looking at. That's all we have for today, agents. As always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash.